are so long. We have so much to do.
Like what?
Well, we have a few things to talk about. You know, unimportant little stuff like, oh, where she's going to live and things like that. She lost her apartment, remember?
Yeah, well, Luke lost his apartment, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both lost their apartment, right.
Well, what I'm saying is that should be very easy for the two of them. They are adults now, Lesley.
Oh,
They
sure.
should be
Very
able to
easy
solve
for
that
you
problem.
to say. Have you gone looking for apartments in this town recently? You know, there are practically no nice apartments available, and the ones that are incredibly expensive.
Hi. I was just looking for you two. Do you know where Laura is?
I was just going to ask you the same thing.
Well, didn't you say she had some kind of errand to run?
Oh, that's right. With all the activity, I didn't find out what the errand was or how long it would take.
No.
Well, the answer's probably very obvious. What was she thinking about the whole way home on the plane?
Poor Scotty.
Yeah, she wants to find out if Joe was able to reach him down in Mexico.
Hi. Yeah, well, I don't want her to hear the news alone because we don't know what it is. Hi, how are you? Where would Joe be? In Lee Baldwin's office or something?
Well, that's Joe's office, too, now, sure.
It is? Okay, if you see her or hear from her, before I come back, would you tell her that I'm looking for her? I got some business to conclude with my family.
A few hugs.
A few hugs.
Yeah.
That's right, Dr. Webb.
Bye.
Thank you. Some more coffee help?
No. I'm all right. I'm sorry I got so upset.
Come on, I just hit you with a blockbuster. Who wouldn't be upset?
Wait a minute. Let me see if I've got all this straight. He said that he would give me a divorce.
Yes.
Right.
If you want to know the legal mumbo-jumbo of it, he agreed to sign a consent decree only after you see him.
I know. His one
Well,
condition.
he kept reiterating it so many times. I just want you to make sure that you know you've got to see him one-on-one and alone.
And that means I have to go to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think there's any way he would come here. He wouldn't even let his own father, know that he was there. Are you going to be able to handle seeing him?
I want a divorce. I have to be able to handle it.
Well, if there's any doubt or if there's any question, that's what I'm here for.
The last time Scotty and I were together, there was so much bitterness. There was so much hostility. And you say that he's still bitter now.
Yes, he is. I don't think it's against you, though. No, I'd say it's more against the whole world. Or to take it one step further, I think it's against himself.
He's very capable of that.
Yeah, well, let's get back to my original question. Are you capable of seeing Scotty?
Of course I am. I am. And, he really does have a right to see me, too.
No, I didn't think it was an impossible request.
See, even though I do want my divorce, I still want to end this marriage with a certain amount of, dignity. Can you understand that?
Of course I do.
And after everything that's happened to me, I mean, spending so much time with Luke on that island and now all this publicity, it's going to make it very hard.
Yes, it's not going to be easy at all.
Okay, what do I do?
Well, you leave all the details and planning to me, but I want to be really sure that you know what you're getting yourself into.
By agreeing to see him, you mean?
This isn't the same man you married at all.
How?
As I said, physically, he looks very much the same. It's just that... Well, it may sound a bit funny to you, but I feel a little sorry for him. He has been through one rugged year, both emotionally and financially.
Doesn't sound silly for me. I can understand very well feeling sorry for him.
Well, I try to put myself in his place, and it was almost impossible to do. I've had it rough. We all have, sure, but not for a whole year. Then you put yourself through a whole year of this kind of bitterness and despair and anger and frustration and hatred, and then somebody comes along and asks you to give your wife a divorce. A lot of men would have lost it right then and there.
But he didn't, did he?
No, he was very cool. He was very calm when you come down to it. He was very reasonable. I have to admire him for that. Laura, a lawyer is supposed to be able to prepare his clients for what she should expect. And I, quite honestly, am flat. I don't know what to tell you, except for maybe one thing. Always remember that he gave his word. He promised that if you'll meet him, he will give you a divorce.
Then I'll meet him.
Yep, here's the coat. Well, this is certainly a good sign. The mail's being delivered again.
Yeah. What's for lunch, Audrey? I'm starved.
Chicken salad, all right?
Oh, that's great.
Oh, good.
What's good?
A letter from Jeff for Anne.
Well, she and Jeremy should be home soon. They were getting ready to leave the hospital when we did.
I bet it's good news. Don't you agree?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I'm in no mood to do any mind reading right now, but I can tell you right now what Jeff says in that letter.
For starters, he's come to his senses about that gal in Carson City, a nurse, wasn't she? Huh?
Yeah, a nurse. And I think you're right, Audrey. It was an incident, and it's over with now. Fortunately, we never said anything to Anne. On the other hand, it's perfectly understandable. A man being alone, away from home, from those he loves, and, well, he could possibly fall for a pretty girl.
Are you talking about Jeff or men in general?
I simply... What are you getting at, Audrey?
Well, I mean, it's just that you went on that medical convention in San Francisco last year. You were gone 8 days and 8 nights.
So?
Well, so, I don't recall you mentioned what you did all those nights.
My. I've never seen you this way, Audrey. Okay, just to set the record straight, I sat through a lot of dull banquets where the food was lousy, and then I listened to a lot of very dull speeches, after which I retired to my hotel room and hit the sack.
And went straight to sleep.
Well, there was an interruption of sorts. There was this entertainer at the banquet, a gorgeous-looking brunette. Trixie, I think her name was.
Trixie?
Anyway, she rapped on my door and proceeded to tell me the story of her life. It was truly heart-rending, Audrey. Now, this poor gal had an invalid mother, and she was
well,
the sole support.
enough. I've heard enough. Oh, you. Listen, for the record, I know exactly what you did.
Do you now?
Yes, I do. Just what you would have done if I'd been there. You would have gone to sleep with a fascinating medical journal, having read just page 2.
Don't count on it, Audrey. Maybe just this once I didn't.
Come on, I know you like a book.
You sure do.
Well, anyway, I bet I know what else Jeff said in this letter.
What?
He's asking Heather for a divorce, and he wants Anne and Jeremy to come out and join him. Everything is settled, and he wants the two of them to come out and be there with Stephen Larson himself. What do you say?
You know, Audrey, you're a pretty good mind reader yourself. I'm sure you're right.
No, I'm so pleased for Anne. She deserves some good news.
And I deserve some lunch,
Right.
Oh, here's Anne.
Oh, Anne. Hello.
Well, we had to make about 10 detours through the city. I mean, the intersections are flooded.
10, Jeremy.
15. Here, look what I have for you. Letter from Jeff.
Oh, no.
How wonderful.
Come on, open it. Oh, I don't know. If you don't mind, I think I'd like to open this upstairs. You're only going to know what it says. I will tell you everything later, okay? Do you mind?
Of course not. You go up and devour every
I
word.
will, don't you worry. You know something? Grown-ups are weird.
That's a rather sweeping statement, young man. Are we included?
No, I mean grown-ups in love are weird.
I think he has a point, don't you, Audrey?
Definitely. Steve, did I ever tell you that I was the sole support of...
You know, Robert, I've been thinking.
That sounds ominous.
I think I like it here in Port Charles. I think I like you. Maybe it's just the job that you have that I find so thrilling.
You mean my work as an agent?
No, I was actually thinking about your diamond mines.
But of course. What about?
Well, surely you don't have to work since you own all those mines, do you?
You could say that.
Well, then why on earth do you risk your life working as an agent for the World Security Bureau?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question. The thrill of the chase.
But it's so dangerous, I wouldn't think that you'd enjoy that.
Danger gleams like sunshine. Not an original line, actually. Euripides beat me to the punch.
Sometimes women like to think that they're the thrill of a man's life.
If you're referring to yourself, sweetheart, look, you are a great thrill in my life. And to make it complete, you also gleam like sunshine.
I like that. I really am glad you're on the island with us. Shall we drink to that?
Let's get our priorities right first, shall we?
May I say something?
If you must.
You taste much better than the champagne.
This reminds me of two other people that used to be constantly interrupted.
Robert.
Yeah.
Get rid of them.
Great minds think alike. All right, ready.
Hello, Robert. Oh, sorry. I've come at a very bad time.
Not at all.
Well, I won't be long. I'm afraid I come bearing some disturbing news for you.
Do you want me to leave on this one?
No, I do not want you to leave. In any case, I'd only tell you what was said after Mr. Ballantyne left.
As you wish. I've just come from a meeting with the World Security Bureau staff, and it is their feeling that you have failed in two very important areas.
One, I don't have the formula.
Not only don't you have it, you destroyed it, you and Luke.
Let me think. There's another one. It wouldn't be the fact that I destroyed the weather machine, would it?
Ah, yes, precisely.
Okay. What's the verdict? Am I to be sent to Coventry or put on a diet of Gidget movies?
The Bureau has decided you will have to report to Washington. The day's not been set yet, but it will be very soon.
I'm sure of it.
Once you get to Washington, you will face a full inquiry. It will, of course, be a closed session.
And then?
And then? And then? We'll see what happens.
My dear Anne, I know what I have to say will hurt you, and believe me, I wish there was some other way to tell you. But I must. I met a girl at the hospital, a nurse, and a lovely person. She was warm and comforting and understood all that I've been through. I wish I could spare you knowing what happened, but I feel you're entitled to the whole truth. I'm a man. And after all, and without a woman for such a long time, I had normal needs. We began a physical relationship. Even then, I hoped that's all it was. But now I must tell you, it's grown into something much more. I love her, Anne. And I know she loves me. Oh.
Hey, come here, come on.
Oh,
come on. All right, it's all right. What is it? What is it?
Don't let her read it. I can't read it.
You sure you want me to?
Yes. Oh.
Shh. Come on, it's all right. I'm sorry I didn't make it. I hope you find someone more worthy of you than I ever was.
Oh.
I will not be chastised by the World Security Bureau, nor anybody else for that matter. I simply will not.
What's really bugging you, Robert, is that you like being turned on by excitement. There are other ways to accomplish that.
What would you suggest? Maybe riding shotgun on a downtown garbage truck?
Hardly. No, I think that you would make a very good producer.
Producer of what?
Movies, darling. Now, before you say no, let me just explain that producers' lives are filled with excitement. There's intrigue, secret deals. There's a lot of throat cutting in it, pitting one person against the other. Oh, producers thrive on that. No, the more I think about it, the more I think you'd make a very huge success. Oh, you're a darling. Boy, you've got the killer instinct. And that is a must for a producer.
I'm not sure whether I'm thrilled, appalled, or all of the above. There is one little question.
Which is?
I assume I don't simply hang out a sign saying, Cecil B. Scorpio, maker of fine movies. Who do I make these bloody epics for?
Oh, darling. It's very obvious, I would think. Me. I mean, just think of it. The producer and the star. How could we miss?
Now, when you've typed up the demur, then I want a petition for a change of venue in Albert versus Thompson. Use the standard form. And I'll dictate the precedents later, all right?
I'll get right to it, Mr. Baldwin.
Hello, Luke.
Mr. Baldwin, is Laura here?
Well, yes, I believe she's in with Joe. And incidentally, welcome home. I understand you're quite a hero.
Thank you. May I see her?
Luke.
Yeah. Where you been?
Here, obviously. I told you I had something I want to take care of.
Yeah, you didn't tell me it was seeing Joe.
Hi, Guy.
Hi, Joe. Nice to see you, man. Well, look, you guys want to be alone. Go in here, please. Be my guest. It's all right, isn't it, boss?
Yes, of course. I have to be in court in half an hour anyway.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Always. All right, what's happening? Did he find Scotty? Did he?
Yeah, he's in Mexico, and he's agreed to give me a divorce.
Oh, baby, that's great. When? How soon? Tell me.
Oh, wait, not so fast, okay? Not so fast. There's one condition.
Condition? What do you mean a condition?
Scotty's agreed to give me a divorce only after I see him face to face and talk to him.
Talk to him? About what? What does the guy want you... Look, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Make the deal. It's cool. We'll go together. We'll let him talk his heart out. As long as he gives you the divorce, baby, it doesn't matter. Let him talk.
You don't understand. Luke, Scotty wants to see me alone.
Oh, right. Well, you didn't agree to that, right?
I did. I did, Luke, because I want to get my divorce, and I want to marry you, and if the only way I can do it is to go and see him, then fine, I'll go see him.
Now, wait a minute. Laura, now, hold it, baby. This is not exactly working out right.
What?
All of it. Laura, all of it. You came here, you saw Joe. You didn't tell me where you were going. You didn't tell me what you were going to do, and now you tell me you're going to go see Scotty alone without me. Now, look, baby, I'm sorry. Don't do this again to me. We're in this together, remember?
Of course, I remember. But I want you to remember something.
What?
Do you remember the time that you told me it destroyed you inside to realize that you were no longer totally your own person because you were a part of me? Do you remember that?
Of course, I remember that.
Good. Because Scotty's imposed a condition and I've accepted it. Luke, please, try to understand. You wanted the dignity to be your own person. That's all I'm asking for. It's the same thing.
Laura, I love you.
I know.
Do you know how vulnerable I am right now? Do you know how much I want to go with you when you talk to this spud?
Yeah.
Well?
I know that, Luke. And I do want